The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
I have nothing to say to you. Now move along, or I'll order my guards to attack. I have nothing to say to you. Now move along, or I'll order my guards to attack.
What is going on, everyone's near again. Here for you, some Skyrim. I think I posted one Skyrim video on my channel. It was me versus the dragon. And I think it was kind of a funny video. It was way back when. But, you know, I've got COD Ghost gameplay, and I've got Call of Duty gameplay, and Titanfall, and all this stuff. But if the video is discussing the Elder Scrolls Online, shouldn't there be Skyrim gameplay? Skyrim? Elder Scrolls 5? Skyrim? I think so. So this is on the PC. I'm running around as a wood elf. I don't know. I played for like 2 hours or so, and I just decided to like take a couple different moments and just kind of splice them together for this video. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. Once we're talking about the Elder Scrolls Online, this is the most anticipated game of 2014 for me. While Titanfall is going to be awesome, it's going to be twice as awesome as people think it's going to be because there's going to be dinosaurs in Titanfall. Did you guys hear that? Dinosaurs! There's going to be dinosaurs in that game! It's going to be so cool! Like, okay, so a little bit of news about Titanfall is that basically, in the maps, like, they show it in the beta, but there's going to be like dinosaur giant things walking throughout the map and whatnot. So you're gonna have AI players and pilots and titans, as well as giant dinosaurs that if you like start attacking them, they like, go crazy and like will start attacking you. Apparently, that's the rumor. That's word on the playground. But that's neither here nor there. I'm excited for Titanfall, but I still think I'm more excited for the Elder Scrolls Online. Skyrim is a game that I played a freaking ton of, like a lot. I'm trying to think. I beat the game initially on the console, and then I bought it for the PC. Once I upgraded my graphics card to a 660, I started playing a bit more different, like a bit of PC games like Borderlands 2 and Skyrim and Call of Duty Zombies, because on World at War on the PC there's a bunch of different like modded in like customizable zombie maps and stuff, and it's really fun to play. So I started doing a bit more PC gaming. And for me, like, where the PC shines is not really in like Twitch first-person shooter stuff, but more in like single-player or co-op games where you can just, if you have a good enough graphics card and PC or whatever, that you can just go, okay, here's ultra settings, here's, you know, full 1920 by 1080, 1080p graphics with ultra settings, and then Bethesda released a free DLC on the PC, which basically is like an HD resolution pack, which made the game look even better than it did before. And of course, there's tons of different mods for Skyrim. I've only tried one of them. It was a zombie mod. If you're wondering, it basically makes so there's zombies everywhere in Skyrim. But there's a bunch of different ones that you can do to make the graphics of the game better and stuff. I haven't played around with them too much, but point being, as I've played a lot of Skyrim, and I'm like really excited for the idea of the Elder Scrolls Online. So in the Elder Scrolls Online, if you guys don't know, it's going to be an MMORPG. It's going to be coming to next-gen consoles as well as the PC. Does it come out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3? I have an article open right now just for reference. I'm not seeing it. It says that the Elder Scrolls Online will be releasing on PC on March 4th, 2014, and that the upcoming MMORPG will hit the Xbox One and the PS4 later on in 2014 in June. I don't have the exact date, but that does suck that it's like a month or so later. But still, I'm not sure if I don't think it's coming to 360 as well as the PS3. Huh, maybe it's a next-gen only thing, I'm not sure. But the idea of like an MMORPG version of Skyrim, which that's it's gonna be like that, but it's not gonna be exactly the same. I've seen the trailers, I've seen a bunch of different gameplay stuff, because some people had access to the beta and different NDAs have been lifted and they've been able to post different stuff. It's pretty similar to Skyrim aesthetically. Like when I look at it, I'm like, okay, so the game looks a lot like Skyrim, but it's, of course, going to be a bit different. It's not exactly the same as Skyrim, which I can almost, I think unanimously across the board, everybody wishes that Skyrim had a multiplayer feature, or at least a co-op feature, just because that'd be so great. So we're going to kind of get that with the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, at the same time, this is the first time I will ever have played an MMORPG. I've played RPGs, never played an MMORPG. I've never, anything like this. Never had any experience in it at all, right? And so it's like, I don't know if I'm going to really like it, or I hope I like it, or I don't know. From what I can tell, MMORPGs are a real time sink. A time sink's basically a game, or anything, I guess, where basically you just spend a ton of time in it, right? Be it doing quests, be it doing whatever it is you're doing. It's a time sink. You're sinking time into it. And that's what I like about a game. I like a game where I can just put as much time in it as humanly possible and be entertained and have fun with the game the entirety of that time. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping the Elder Scrolls Online is going to be like. I kind of like the premise of it. I have the racist things over here. Not the racist, but the racist things over here. There's going to be 3 different alliances. When it comes to the creation of your character, there's going to be the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, and the Aldemiri Dominion. And basically, you're going to have to pick an alliance because the kingdom has kind of fallen or something in this new game, and there's 3 different alliances that have formed, and you have to pick one to be a part of because there is going to be PvP in it, and you're going to face other people sometimes that are in different alliances and whatnot. It's kind of cool. And depending on what alliance you pick, you get to be a different race. Now, for example, the one I'm going to be going with is the Aldemiri Dominion. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not the biggest Elder Scrolls guy. I didn't play anything prior to Skyrim, but it's called the Aldemiri Dominion. And if you choose that alliance, the character you create can be either the High Elf, which let me click over here to this tab right here because I don't know all this stuff off the top of my head. The High Elf is really good at different kinds of magic and whatnot. You can also be a Wood Elf, which is my favorite because they're naturally the best archers from the get of any of the characters, or the Khajiit, the cats. I never know how to pronounce their name, which are also really good at sneaking, but also pretty good at different things like archery and things like that. So, in terms of what I think to be the best grouping of different races, I think the Dominion's the best one. The Wood Elf, the Kitty Cats, and the High Elves, that's a pretty neat one. You got people that are really good at archery, really good at sneaking, and then you got people that are really good at magic. I think it's kind of a cool thing. What's going to be difficult, I think, and I realize this video is just me just going, oh boy, yeah, I'm so excited for this game, but that's the whole point of the video. I'm excited for this game. I want to talk about it. One of the things I think that's going to make it difficult for the Elder Scrolls Online is that if you pick an alliance, right? Let's say is it the Ebonheart? Let me click here. I'm pretty positive it's Ebonheart. Yes, the Ebonheart has the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the little lizard people. If you pick the Ebonheart Pact, right, that's your alliance. You start off in the northeastern portion of the map. That's your guys' area, to start things. And if you and then let's say my brother picks a Nord, and he's up there in the northeast with the Ebonheart, and I pick the Dominion. I pick the Wood Elf from the Dominion. Then suddenly he's all the way northeast. I'm all the way down in the southwest, and I don't think that we can do quests and stuff together. I'm not sure how that works. This is something that if you guys know about, let me know. Because I think you're enemies with every player that's not in your alliance. Is that how it works? So if you want to play the game with a ton of friends, then you're all going to have to agree on a certain alliance to play with. Now, of course, I'm pretty positive because there is going to be a $15 a month fee to be able to play this game, which we'll be talking about that here coming up. I think because of that, one of the added bonuses that we get is you can have unlimited characters, or at least a bunch of different characters. Probably not unlimited, but you can have many characters. Let's say I don't know, we all decide to be in a Dominion. I have a Wood Elf, and that's basically for me and my friends, and we're all playing and we do quests and stuff together. But when they're not online, I feel like playing, I also have a Dark Elf character who is in the Ebonheart Pact, and I can play over there on him. I wonder if that's how it's gonna be. I really don't know. I do wonder though if it's really gonna be alliance based, where you can only do quests with people of your same alliance, really, because there's only 3 different races in each alliance. And then, of course, there's the Imperial, which I forget what you have to buy to have the Imperial, but I'm sure it's some kind of special edition of the game. If you buy that, you get access to the Imperial, who can join whatever alliance he chooses. So, I don't know. I think that's going to be a pretty interesting thing. One of the things that people don't seem to be super excited about with The Elder Scrolls Online is that the game itself is going to be $15 a month, a subscription fee to be able to play the game, similar to something they do in like World of Warcraft. I think World of Warcraft does that. I don't know. Like I said, I've never played any MMORPGs ever in my life. The $15 a month thing, right? So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. A lot of people would say that, you know, it's a bad thing. Like, oh my God, really $15 a month to play a game? Well, here's the thing. If the game's good, then it'll be worth it, right? If the game is a good game that you want to play and you play it often, then $15 extra a month is not really the worst thing in the world. Now, let's say a lot of you are Call of Duty fans. Would you pay $15 a month extra to play Call of Duty? Those of you guys that like Call of Duty Ghosts, you will. You would. You would most certainly do that. A lot of you will say, oh no, I hate COD Ghosts, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Would you have done it to play Black Ops 2? Or would you have done it to whatever your favorite game is? You know, if the game is truly great and you truly love that game and you love to play it, $15 a month at the end of the day equals out to 50 cents a day. So, depends on really what you want to do with that. Me personally, I'm going to get the game. It's tough because like everyone I play with is on console and only a few of my friends have it on the PC. But it also comes out really early for the PC, like a whole month before. So I kind of want to just get it on the PC and play it and stuff. And then maybe buy it for the console as well, so I can play with everybody else. I don't know. That's the only thing. I don't know what platform to get it for. I might just end up getting it both. But if I get it for the PC and start playing on it, and then when my brother and everyone else, they all get it for the Xbox One, and then we all hop online and I go on there with them, like, oh yeah, I remember this mission. Oh yeah, this mission was fantastic. Yeah, I've done this before. Oh, I've been here. You know, it wouldn't be the same super awesome fun experience, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the experience I got with Skyrim, and I continue to get with Skyrim, but with your friends. That's what I'm hoping for. And for me to like get it on the PC before everyone else gets it on the console, and then already like know a lot of stuff is happening, I don't know if I would like that as much. Or maybe I get it if it really turns out to be this way. Maybe I get it on the PC and then play a completely different race and a completely different alliance. Like I said, I go to the Ebonheart Pact or something, and I become a Nord or something. Yeah, because then the missions are, I guess they're called quests. They would be different, right? It would be a whole different deal. And then when everyone gets it on the console, we all join the Dominion and we all play together, and it would be all different stuff, and I'd have a whole new character, and I'd be places I've never seen before. I think that could work. I don't know. But the idea of the $15 a month, where I was getting with that before I started thinking about my own PC, Xbox, what console or platform to get the game on. The $15 a month, here's how I see it. If you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls already, or if you know, when the game comes out, you watch people's videos, so you can basically make a decision as to whether or not you want to buy the game. It's a subscription fee. Subscriptions can end. So you pay your $15. It's not like you're buying a year up front. At least I hope not. You pay your $15 for your month of being able to play the game online, right? You play it, and if it turns out you don't like the game, cancel your subscription. But if you do love the game is truly great, and you want to play the game, and you're going to be a dedicated hardcore fan of this game and play it all the time, then that $15 will be worth it. I just realized this is roughly a 15 minute long video of me just basically going, oh my god, you guys, the Elder Scrolls Online is going to be so much fun. But, yeah, I'm excited for Titanfall. More excited for this game. We'll have to see about other games coming out. Lately, as I get older, I find that I can't just stick to one game all the time. I always like to try out new stuff and play different stuff, and I think it's a good thing. There's a lot of good games out there, and I am super excited for the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm just... good golly. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please be sure to leave a rating, and thank you if you made it this far in the video, just hearing me go ooh and ah about the Elder Scrolls Online. And if you plan on getting the game, you plan on getting the Elder Scrolls Online, what are you where are you gonna join? Where are you gonna join? Which alliance? So let me go over the alliances here for you. So we got the Daggerfall Covenant, which consists of the Redguard, the Orc, and the Breton. All right, you can be in that alliance. Or you can be in the Ebonheart Pact, which is the Nord, the Dark Elf, and the Lizard, called the Argonian. Or you can be in my personal favorite, the Aldemiri Dominion, which consists of the High Elf, the Wood Elf, and the Khajiit. Those for me, I don't know. I like the Wood Elf. I've always liked the Wood Elf. I've tried the cat, the Khajiit. I tried a High Elf, and I tried a Nord in Skyrim. And for me, the Wood Elf was the most fun because naturally they're pretty good at sneaking. Like I have this whole thing open which tells you what they're naturally above average at. And let me find it here. The Wood Elf is naturally the best archer of all the races, like from the beginning. Like it starts out with a base archery of 25. In Skyrim, of course, it's not the Elder Scrolls Online, but I'm assuming it'll be similar. They're also above average at light armor, sneaking, lockpicking, pickpocketing, and alchemy. I never use the alchemy much, but the sneaking, the pickpocketing, the light armor, and the archery, that just fits my playstyle to a T when I played Skyrim. So I picture in the Elder Scrolls Online that it's going to fit me just as well. And it already works out because my brother's favorite race is the Khajiit, the cats, who are the best sneakers in the game. The best sneakers, but they're also really good with one-handed weapons, which is good to say like daggers and stuff like that, like sneak attacks with daggers and such, as well as they're above average in archery, lockpicking, and pickpocketing people, which is a good thing. And then the High Elf, who's also in the Aldemiri Dominion, which I'm basically the only one I'm talking about right now, they're naturally the best at illusion spells, but they're also good at conjuration, destruction, restoration, alteration, and enchanting. So they're basically just amazing at all things magic, if that's your thing. So in terms of spread, I think that the Aldemiri Dominion would be the best one to go with. But now, I'm already this far into the video. We're going to keep on talking. I got enough Skyrim gameplay to last, seriously, like freaking 2 hours. So let's now go over the Ebonheart Pact, because now that I'm like talking about them, I'm all excited to see what they're about. The Nords, which we're now over in the Ebonheart Pact. The 3 races that you can get in the Ebonheart Pact if you choose to be a part of that alliance are going to be the Nord, the Dark Elf, and the Argonian. I always don't know how to pronounce that, which are the lizard people. So the Nords, and mind you, these stats are all in Skyrim. The Nord is naturally the best two-handed character race in Skyrim, so they're really good with two-handed weapons like giant battle axes and stuff, and they're also above average at smithing and blocking in one-handed weapons, light armor, as well as speech. So a Nord is a really good like heavy hitter, like a power hitter kind of guy, more of a melee close-hand combat if you want to be the Nord. What other races do we got here? The Dark Elf is actually pretty proficient at... Well, actually, the Dark Elf is #1 in destruction spells, like fire, ice, things like that. They're also above average at light armor, sneaking, alchemy, illusion spells, as well as alteration spells. And then there's the Argonian, the lizard people, which apparently people actually like. They're actually apparently really good lock pickers. All right, well, that makes sense. So the lizard people are amazing at lockpicking and and they're above average at light armor and sneaking and pickpocketing and restoration and alteration spells. So kind of an all-around character, but more of a thief more than anything would be the Argonians. I guess that's what their thing's all about. Then if we go to the Daggerfall Covenant, we have the Brenton, the Redguard, and the Orc, which are going to be the 3 races for that. The Orc is the most proficient in heavy armor. Orcs are basically the big, bulky tank guys of Skyrim, which I'm assuming it's going to be relatively similar to Skyrim in terms of the races and how things work. They're also above average at smithing and blocking and two-handed weapons and one-handed weapons and enchanting. So you got that going for the Orcs, which is a pretty popular class, actually. And then you've got the Redguard. And Redguard, where's the Redguard? Can't find. There's the Redguard. The Redguard is actually the best at one-handed weapons. One-handed weapons, such as daggers, or certain kinds of swords, or certain kinds of small little axes. So the Redguards are actually pretty good at combat. They're also pretty above average at smithing and blocking and archery and destruction spells and alteration spells. So the Redguard actually is pretty well versed all around in terms of different kinds of abilities that it has. And the Brenton is actually the best in Skyrim at conjuration spells, but they're also above average at speech, alchemy, illusion, restoration, and alteration. A lot of people kind of like the Brentons just because, other than the Nords, they actually look like normal people. The Redguards actually look like normal people too, but other than that, like everyone else is like kind of an elk or an orc or an elk. Did I say an elk? An elf, an orc, or, you know, some kind of lizard or a cat, or, you know, weird looking things like that. So the Red Guards, the Brentons, and the Nords all actually look like people. So that's a thing about that. But I feel as though this video has gone on way too much. As you can tell, I am very excited about this game. I will probably post a ton of it on Nero's Let's Plays once the game comes out. That depends on, yeah, I'll post a bunch of it when it comes out. We'll see how that goes and how people kind of like it. I'm actually looking at it, and the game itself is not, in fact, coming out for the Xbox 360 as well as the PS3. Only for PS4, Xbox One, as well as PC. It is set to come out April 4th, 2014 for people on the PC. So if you got a PC that you think you can run it, well, there you go. Other than that, or you might just want to go ahead and upgrade your PC so you can run it, because it's going to be a pretty fun game, in my opinion. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating and let me know what race are you going to play in the Elder Scrolls Online. What race? What race? Or if you're not sure if you're going to buy the game yet, what race did you play as in Skyrim? And why did you choose that race? For me, like I said, I chose the Wood Elf because it just works for everything I like to do. You know, kind of a sneaking light armor guy that's really good at archery. I love archery in Skyrim. But long video, way long-winded. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a rating, and thank you guys all for watching. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.